Alrighty guys, it's Ron again. It's been about a month already since I've unboxed the Asus ZenWatch 2, as you can see here. This watch, I've had issues with it, being a cheaper alternative to Android smartwatches. It does have a nice genuine leather strap with the metal clasp. It's also adjustable by moving the actual clasp itself here. Basically just pull that down and there we go. So it has a little peg there that slots into the holes. So I have it on the last hole because I have a big wrist. Last hole there. But for my uses, this watch easily gets a day of battery life. On the first day, I've got from 8:55 a.m. to 11:24 p.m. with 44% battery left. And then every day since, it's been above 50% easily. I did almost have 2 days of battery from 10:30 on up to the next night at 9 p.m. So about 34 hours that one weekend. I actually had it all the way. It was about 14% left then. The charger is manageable, to say the least. It's magnetic, which is nice. It connects to this little connection here, the magnet, kind of like the Surface Pro and that series does, MacBooks, things like that. But it is a weak connection, as in I sit it on my desk like this here on my nightstand. Actually, set it on there like that. That way this charger doesn't move, don't have any issues with it. As soon as I pick it up like that, normally the charger disconnects, just because how light the magnetic connection is. It is not a multi-directional charging, so you can only go the cable in through this way and connect. If you try to go in through the other way, so basically if you hold the watch the correct way, you can only go in through this side. If you try to go in here, the magnet, the way it is, it's kind of like if you take two magnets of the same side, it just won't connect. It'll connect everything else on the bottom of the watch though, Let's see. The bad part is the charging cable itself. It's about 3 foot 3 inches, give or take. Comparison, my Note 4 charging cable that I use this with, use the watch with, is actually 4 foot 11 inches long. So just to kind of give you, a comparison to the actual cable versus, like I said, my Note 4. Anyways, but that's not really an issue for me because, my table that I use is only a foot off the ground, so 3 foot's plenty. Or 1 foot 9 inches. And let's see, I did have an issue with the watch constantly disconnecting. I bought this kind of on the review that I seen over on Linus Tech Tips. That there was a pretty decent video kind of explaining what it was, how much the watch was, things like that. I went ahead and I tweeted him and see if he had the same issue. He said he did have the issue, but as soon as he did a factory restore to the watch, he didn't have a problem with it. So I did that, and I didn't have a problem since. He said that was on probably the third day that I had the watch, second or third day. I did go ahead and check, online. There are evidently a lot of people, especially with the Note 4s, that are having this issue. Like I said, as soon as I did a factory reset, which you can easily do, just slide down, go over to settings, and there it is, factory reset. You just hit the main button there to go back. At the time that I started using this watch, I was on Android Wear 1.3.0.21762.1. Throughout me using this, from the time I unboxed it to the time this video is being shot, it actually upgraded to 1.3.0.244/2001. But I am actually getting a lot better battery life. I'm easily getting 2 days now for what I use it for, just mainly texting. And I use the OK Google function a lot, take notes, which it is a nice feature, except for their going on into that, moving along. It is a nice feature, but it's not the most stable. Like, I had a few times where it actually froze whenever I'd say OK Google, and I would start talking and it wasn't picking up my voice at all, and then I would get a little cloud symbol and say could not connect to Google at this time, please try again, which I would try it right immediately after and it would work. Let's see, but like I said, it is a nice feature. You can say OK Google, and then you can go send a text. As soon as it picks up your voice, what you said, it says to whom. You can say, whatever contact you wish to text. Then after that, you just say the message, and then it automatically sends, or you have the option to cancel the text with a finger press. You can say different things like take note, set an alarm, remind me to do this, which kind of moving on to the next part on some of the apps. I would definitely get Google Keep if you don't already have it, because whenever you say Google take a note, it sends it automatically to your Gmail that's linked with your phone that you're using. Look at there, getting text. That's how the text works. See if we can focus in on that. It's hard to see. It says LOL nice. Yeah, that's how... good thing that went off. That's how the notifications work. Like I said, the Google Keep is a nice thing because it actually keeps notes. Like I've got a little folder up here, and it has all my watch apps. Like I said, the Google Keep app, you'll see some of the notes I actually did for this review, and actually just keeps them all in there without any problems. I do actually have the watch go through some of the settings I've got it on. I've got the brightness level on 1. I've got the screen always on, which is, you can see the little ambient bar, or the hands, and then the digital down there at the bottom. I've got the gesture off. I do have the Wi-Fi on. I do have the screen lock off. The brightness, like I said, if you're outside, you would need 3 to 5 brightness level. I'll go through the... So that's all the way. That's on 5 there. You can see the difference in the levels the camera's picking up. So I do have the font size on small, just because I can read small text. So you get a lot more on the screen at once with the little 1.63 inch screen that it has. With my job, I'm mainly either in the vehicle or inside most of the day. So don't really need the brightness higher than 1, which I'm sure attributes to the battery life. See, but the little, let's see, go back to his. The hands, the ambient hands, I can see no problem. That's why I had them white, because it's a lot easier to see that on that black background during the day outside. Some of the apps, like I said, that I'm also using for my watch, I've got Intellicom Watch Faces app. The premium version is like $1.47. Recommend definitely to get that. Like I said, that's what I made this here with. Still got the month, the day, And I've got the actual day of the week. And I've got this here, the little circle there is the seconds. I've got digital clock. And I've got the phone battery, the watch battery, and then, the analog hands. And then I've got the time going around. And then, well, it's hard to see this little emblem up here, something I made a while back. I just put it on there, shrunk it down. And this green and blue is actually called Ghost. It's actually in the app. Like I said, it's $1.47 on the Play Store. It's very customizable. So I can show you some real quick on it. And this is the 6 apps that I actually have. I've got Android Wear, which the watch makes you download immediately. Remote camera, which actually allows you to use your watch as a screen, a viewfinder. You can tap the screen to take a picture, or you can just rotate your wrist like that and it snaps a picture. Face Designer, that's a free app. It lets you kind of put about 3 things on the screen. So if you're looking for pretty basic free setup, that's a very nice watch. That's Google Keep there. The ZenWatch Manager, I actually had to go through Google Chrome, type it in, and click it through Google Chrome because I couldn't find it on the actual Play Store at all. As soon as I found it on Google Chrome, I tapped it and it opened in the Play Store. And then, like I said, this is the IntelliWatch, or the Intellicom watch faces. Like I said, I can have any of these. Basically, digital watch is how I got, most all this here, the weather, that, the digital clock. Those 2 circles are really the only thing I used with this widgets app. I said that there. If you want a write widget, just like what you want. Say I want the month. And hit OK. Well, the default, it'll puts it on the right side there, and look at the watch. It's already there. I take and I can move this around on the screen with that there. Hit OK. And I moved it. It's pretty simple, easy, not that difficult. You can move it up and down. You can also change the size. And just hit cancel. I'm going to go back in here because I don't want it on there. Like I said, the digital watch area, you'll see how many things I have. I've got the 12-hour time, phone battery, text, which is how I have the W there. I actually put a W, and then I've got the P. I've got the watch battery, and then a W, and then the temperature in Fahrenheit. And I've got the month, the day of the month, and then AM and PM, which is that there. Like I said, you can change the color. It's got a big color wheel. You just choose everything. Like I said, it's very customizable, and it's only $1.47. You get a lot of the widgets. Let's see. Let's go to the day here. You got a lot of dials. Like I said, those block style like that there, those were free, pretty much because they're very basic. Like these right here were premium. Those are premium. That right there was free. The phone battery part was actually the premium. You have to pay to get you can do the watch battery. That's not an issue. Like I said, you can choose a bunch of different. You can choose what kind of hands you want, the hand type. You can choose your numbers. The font, they got several different fonts in there. What kind of watch face you have. Like I said, this is square, so I'll put it on square. If you change it, you get a circle smartwatch. and you would just change it to circle, obviously. And you've got the edge and inwards 3, that basically those little tick marks that are all the way around the screen. Edge, it'll literally put it all the way to the edge where it's barely visible. Or you can move it all the way inward, so it'll be about where the 0 is on the 70% there. Let's see. It's in the clock hands. You can change. They have a bunch of different, or you can go to custom if you've got your own. Like, you can download them off of Google. I just stuck with the simple white ones there. And let's see, the ZenWatch Manager. I said it goes, tells you the battery. Obviously, it's not up to date. Oh, it is. Never mind. 76%, and it's got 270 megs out of 2.5 gigs. 2 apps, 50 watch faces, and it does not recognize that as an Asus watch, but I said it comes with all these default ones. Like I said, I just wanted something that was more customizable, so I can put what I want where I want. Like these right here, like that yellow one. Get that one, that, and that. That's all you get. Like I said, they're pretty basic. You've got your step counter, calorie burns, seconds, and then you've got your weather. That's all you get. And that's basically that there. Like I said, I'm getting, with the way I'm using this, like I said, it's pretty much in this mode a lot throughout the day. As I move it around on my wrist, it ought to, as soon as I do that. There we go. Yeah, like I said, as soon as I hit that there and it pops up, you can swipe to the right to get it's hard to see, sorry. So you got settings, translate, phone helper, agenda. Basically, it puts your most used or most recent apps at the top. And then after you go down, it's all alphabetical. Let's see, like I said, the remote camera app. There we go. Let me just. That's basically how that works. Just like I said, you can see my dual monitor, my 360 controller, my keyboard, my old Gateway 2000 speakers that are still awesome. Got my Speedo build down there. Like I said, and it has its own camera app that it uses, which I'm not really that fond of. Like I said, you can also tap the screen and it takes a picture, and it vibrates your wrist, to let you know that it took it. That, and then it's got, the still image on the screen that lets you know. Yeah, like I said, if you swipe down from the top, you've got, all notifications on. Or you can just do your favorites or no notifications. If you swipe to the right, you've got theater mode. Basically what that does is turns the screen black. You can tap it, nothing. The only way to get it back on is actually hit the side button and it pops it back on. Then right here you've got brightness boost, which puts it beyond the max. And then your settings. If you long hold this button here, it goes into, like I said, you're just basically the same thing as doing that. Swiping from the right. The translate app, that's not even really a use unless it's a readable language like Spanish, English to Spanish. If you're doing like English to Chinese, let's do that real quick. or to Arabic. There we go, Chinese. Hello. I don't know if you can see, it just pops up the symbols there. There we go. Alright, well, I know how to read hello now. Good job on that one. I guess that's mainly because it doesn't actually have a speaker. It just has a microphone. Which, like I said, with that, we got the, go over some of the charging specs real quick. It's got an input, it's 5 volts, which actually the charger is 5 volts. There's no gripe about that. It's a standard charger like you would use for your phone. The cables is the proprietary part, but it is a 1 amp, 5 watts. Nothing super amazing, powerful. But at that voltage and wattage, it actually does take a lot longer to charge this than it does my phone. If I take my Note 4, which like I said has the quick charging or fast charging, it'll charge before my watch does. And it's about 2 hours roughly. My phone will be fully charged or less. My phone is still, it takes about a little bit over 2 hours to charge from about 14% all the way back up to 100% on my watch. And it's only a 400 milliamp battery, which, like I said, it's only 1 amp. Fast charging is 9 volts to 2.1 amps. So, I mean, a lot different power. I mean, almost double. But yeah, like I said, the clasps, you got the press button there, pops open. If you do get this watch, you get the leather one. Like I said, this is the gunmetal with the leather, brown leather. They've got 3 different versions. They've got the gunmetal leather. I think they've got like a white or silver with a leather. And then they have a brown with a rubber watch strap. Instead of leather, it's rubber. Which I looked at the rubber, but it really wasn't that fantastic. Whenever you first get this, like I said, since it's genuine leather, it's going to be stiff. Like I said, I mean, you can see this now. It's after just a month of wearing it. It's got where it's loosened up a lot. I know whenever I was doing the unboxing, it's like, man, this thing is extremely tight. But now it fits without any problem. As soon as I said, the easiest way to do it is completely, go ahead and pull this out and then just bend the straps a little bit, back and forth, just like that. Like I said, that'll help break it in a lot easier and faster than you just wearing it and cutting your circulation off, if you've got a bigger wrist like I do. So yeah, I know this probably wasn't the best review, but should go to a lot of different things. Like I said, I've had it for a month, so I mean, I use it every single day. It stays on. It's water resistant up to, I think it's like 3 meters for about 30 minutes. I think it's IPS6, something like that, certified. But yeah, like I said, that had a few quirks there at the beginning, but as soon as I reset the watch, which kind of sucks, Asus, pointing finger at you. Why make a device that has issues, not just one person, but lots and lots of people? Like, oh, just factory reset it. Why should I have to factory reset a new device out of the box? I mean, shouldn't it already come working? But I digress. Kind of pointless. So like I said, setting it up, it's pretty self-explanatory. It tells you to turn your Bluetooth on your phone. I would go to the App Store. Like I said, the first thing you want to do is download the Android Wear app. So it says that there. And that, I actually have it. I actually need to update mine. That'll get you that, and you can, like I said, those 6 apps that I showed you there at the beginning, those are the ones that I found were the best for my case use. Like I said, the Intellicom watch faces was definitely worth the $1.47 that it cost. No gripes about that at all. It's like the first app I've actually bought in the 3 years I've owned my Android device. I had a Note 2 before this. I didn't have this for 3 years because it hadn't been out for 3 years. I had a Note 2 for 2 years, and I got this for 1. So, yep. It's a nice little watch. Definitely got some comments on it. Good ones. No bad ones. Convinced a couple people to actually look into smartwatches. Like I said, since it is water resistant, when I wash my hands it can get wet, or if I'm in the rain, it's not going to destroy it. But you can change your watch bands out, and I'm all over the place in this. It actually has the quick release 22mm band. It has the quick release pins. You just push that to the side and it pops out on both sides. Which I would recommend getting some quick release bands. I do wish they made this leather strap in just a standard one without this clasp, because it's hard to see. But this right here, I'm used to it now, so it's not really bothering me when the leather loosened up. But right here, it was hitting whenever it was all physically closed in. It was pressed up against my skin and actually leaving rub marks. Like I said, as soon as the leather broke in, it's been perfectly fine. So I know this has been like an extremely long video. Hope you guys liked it. I can give potentially some more information about some apps that I'm using, or ask me anything about the watch here. If I know the answer, I'll comment back to you. If not, I'll check it out real quick and see if I can figure it out. I'm pretty good at Google. Have a good one, guys.
HD.